All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. Following the fumble recovery, Loletta. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Loletta to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. first down carry here for Johnson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen off the play action. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the toss, here's Johnson. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Second down, Johnson. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Leopard! Leopard!
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. He's going to air one out. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Detroit!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
56.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. A 1st down carry. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On second down, here's Lauletta. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
On first down, Lauletta. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Watch it now, Barney!
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 34 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Lauletta. And Cook has it, left side. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A handoff to Penny. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Derby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now Rosen lets it go for Nelson. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
To throw is Rosen. David Johnson here on the catch. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards there and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside. And that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear,
that is
but I
one
try to have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On first and 10, Lauletta. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Set! 3-19!
On second down, here's Penny. Shifts by him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was... Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 39.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. He finds Yeldon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Four down.
On second down, Rosen. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Butler. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A terrific run there by Penny. 48 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Gun!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. Hurry up, here we go. 319. Gun. 319. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Corey Peters in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Lauletta. And he fends him off. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They begin the drive with Johnson. And some space here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They go to Johnson again. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Here's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a give to Penny. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And Lauletta's going to throw it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Detroit!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Rosen to throw again. It's caught. Nelson. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. One final shot here for Rosen, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Oh.